degree, saying that he's the only one qualified to talk about this stuff.
That's actually genuinely, that's really, really helpful. Because then, yeah, if you want to nuke it, and then I'll just pull it up, you know, every time I make my list of stuff to react to. So I don't have a lot of time to react to stuff today. What day is today? Thursday? Wednesday. Nice. So I got a whole nother day of streaming tomorrow. Score. All right. Tomorrow, genuinely, I will do an earlier stream. I will go live and we will get a lot more React content done and stuff tomorrow because I don't have any more YouTube content to edit. So I don't have an excuse, right? So we got to make some more content.
Socrates, XQC, is cooking Hassan, telling him to read a book. Queen of Simps, Pokemon, is back and is getting back.
Like, Hassan is a very, like, literate, like, guy. He's just, the problem is he knows what he's doing with his rhetoric, and he's admitted to it a few times. Like, he's smart enough to understand the rhetoric that he's using. Yeah, he's not as stupid as people might try and portray him to be.
For her comments with Nina Lynn, someone who essayed a guy on stream. This guy's toes.
Oh, is that the chick that was twerking on the random people on stream? That was ridiculous.
From Offline TV has shared
is that
his
Disguised
story
Toast?
of being essayed. NPC streamer Valkyrae has responded to the drama where she's calling out QT for being too white. Ethan is hilariously cooking the entire Hassan Orbiter squad. Subscribe for a slice of my birthday cake, or you get diabetes. Also, I'm 25 now, if you're curious.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin.
That's it. That shit is going to be in every single fucking clip going forward. Every video. I mean, I can't, you know, he's got to put one of these out every single day. I get it. I understand. But yeah.
Hassan apparently zapped his dog and we had a ton of stuff go down. Right, so now Hassan is crying that he's being isolated from his streamer friend group. Hassan thinks people are trying to isolate him due to his politics.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Having normal relationships with people who are not like outwardly political content creators, for example, can also help many find community.
Oh, jeez. I love some of this shit out of his chat here. No matter what you say and how reasonable you are, the leftists in this chat will reduce what you're saying to give your oppressor a hug and a kiss. Rigged individualism as a philosophical prescription in Western society is a massive contributing factor in this. Oh, it's so funny.
He's like this one. It's been very effective. And it's been especially effective. If it wasn't, then the right wing and these like dipshit, incel, racist, transphobic people wouldn't be actively trying to...
There it is. There it is. You see how he does that? As soon as he starts talking about anybody that speaks ill of him, immediately he goes into...
like dipshit, incel, racist, transphobic people.
Just rattle them out. The dipshits, the incels, the racists. It's the same shit every time.
Wouldn't be actively trying to make me into a toxic person that is irredeemable and even go after my friends who have nothing to do with politics at all. They do that so that...
Well, that is, again, because he has experience trying to put not political people into political situations, right? It's like with the situation with NMP, where he's done this before. So it's very understandable that people would want to be cautious, if not paranoid, about doing content with this guy.
I am isolated in general because they realize that if I'm not isolated and I have normal relationships with these other
communities... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anybody that wants to put videos into that list can absolutely put it onto the Discord. We'll get it into the list and I'll absolutely go through it. I like reacting to stuff. Not everything's going to make it through onto the channel, obviously, but that's part of the whole idea, right?
Then their fan bases will be much more charitable to my worldview, and God forbid, maybe even change their perspective. QT's problem is unrelated to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very familiar with what happened. I'm just fucking talking about my own principles that I oftentimes repeat to an audience that doesn't want to.
Classic Hassan. I don't know what happened, but let me just make it about me anyways, right? This guy will never change. I swear to God, dude. Also, yes, you got it. We don't want regular people who do like gaming content, for example, to be corrupted by your terrorist glazing ass, right? They might not be as familiar with the...
Is he going to bring in the NMP
playbook, clip? The cult-like techniques this psychopath employs in order to brainwash people, right? You got to be an avid Pegasus viewer to actually recognize the bullshit bullshit immediately. I mean, is it really a shock that we wanted to protect people from you because you're literally an extremist radical who advocates murder and cozies up to terrorists? Tecton responds, Hassan, you told Asmongold that he was responsible for his own mother's death. We don't like you because you're a piece of shit. Nux responds, going after people for being friends with terrorists and animal abusers is very reasonable, actually. True.
Really? I wasn't aware that that word was on the list of things that will demonetize a video. Huh. That's crazy.
Boy Voice says, knew it. His fans won't care if he shocks his dog, but his friends' fans will, so they'll distance themselves. And their side doesn't need proof, just emotion. Activated the trap card, victim card. When a guy tries to play victim, use this card and they are exposed because they aren't a victim. Use this card to avoid facts, logic, and approaches to discredit your victim agenda. Trying to make me into a toxic person. Somebody buy him a mirror. Oh, I'm sure his house is filled with mirrors. This absolute fucking narcissist. Right, so then Hassan starts making fun of his ops. Hassan throws shade at a tweet containing some of his enemies, says that random people on the street would be shocked by them.
Oh, this was my favorite. I saw this tweet. I couldn't believe it. They were gamers, anime and manga fans, and pop culture commentators who never touch politics. Gamers.
Shocked by them.
Wait.
Oh, this was my favorite. I saw this tweet. I couldn't believe it. They were gamers, anime and manga fans, and pop culture commentators who never touch politics. But as the world drifted from truth and woke politics invaded our hobbies, many content creators turned political to defend their passions. Leftists, thriving on lies and disinformation, hate it when apolitical people join the fray, facing death threats, false allegations, and insane propaganda from the mentally unwell, and are labeled grifters. As George Orwell puts it, George Orwell, the further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those who speak it. More people are getting red pill daily, unable to tolerate the nonsense promoted by mainstream news. So when I first saw this, I thought it was a joke. Like, I thought this person was like making a joke collage to make fun of.
What's funny is it kind of is, but at the same time, it's actually what reality is. Both can be both of these things can be true.
These fucking losers, right? Nope. Turns out this is something that this person genuinely believes. And it turns out that, like, this is how the fandom of these content creators also see themselves as. Every single person on this list, if you were to try to explain their positions to a random person in the real world, or what they do, or the space that they occupy online, most people in the real world would look at you like, what do you mean a cartoon pedophile Nazi that defends Israel unconditionally is constantly talking about, you know, video games not serving his sexual desires, and how this is a grand scheme by woke. What? Get a fucking life, man.
What?
I'm a sexless 39-year-old Warhammer nerd who's not angry at women or really at anything. Every time I see one of these hateful fucks, I'm so grateful that I'm not built like that. My advice to young men, just be normal and relax. Yes.
Okay, first off, a Hassan chatter telling anyone to be normal, that's hilarious. Good one, buddy. Maybe become a comedian after that one, pal. Good joke. Second off, that collage of people, let's see, we had Asmongold, Tectone, Ethan, Nux, a bunch of VTubers, basically a bunch of people who speak out against Hassan, right? And maybe the tweet is a little cringe, but Hassan's response is to call them cartoon PDF file Nazi Israel dick writer. I mean,
well, let's be honest. He's talking about Nux, right? He's very obviously talking about Nux there. Like, he's used this rhetoric to describe Nuxinor several times. This brazenly anti-Semitic rhetoric. He characterizes Nux like this all the fucking time. It's nothing new.
Wait, come on, I assume that one is directed at Nux because
right,
that's
exactly
usually who he goes after. It's like the easiest target to instantly slander, instantly get a one-up because...
Right, because Nux's appearance is polarizing, much like my own. Like, he can get his fans very easily on the hate bandwagon by using Nux because it's so, you know, he's already kind of conditioned his fan base into hating this person severely.
Hassan's community is already like primed against people like him or
yeah.
Tectone. But I find it hilarious. This guy is talking about the real world. Bro actually thinks that he's the one with the majority opinion. He legitimately thinks the entire world is filled with terrorist glazers. I mean, how much of an echo chamber must you actually be in? Your views are barely popular in America, let alone the rest of the world, which I assure you does not agree with you at all. In fact, we find you quite fucking insane as an outsider myself in Singapore. I've never encountered a absolute psychopath such as this man ever, IRL. And the thing is, he can only exist on the internet where he can sort of gather the biggest crazies in the world in one place. And I guess in certain portions of America, which are basically insane asylums. Pegasus POV that he didn't make the list. Okay, I'm not
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I think Peg has always kind of done politically oriented stuff.
And sleep over this, not gonna lie. But dude, the only reason Hasan even read that tweet is because it doesn't mention me. If I was in that tweet, he would not.
I think it's wild that Pegasus is not on the list, but like, I don't know. There's a lot of people on that list that I don't recognize.
Be reading it because this man is fucking terrified. He knows that I'll get 50 more episodes off of him. And honestly, I gotta be like the ranked #1 hater, bro. Hating on my birthday. That is diabolical, all right? Although I don't consider it hating. I consider it a public service, honestly, okay? Somebody's gotta expose the bad guys, all right? It's a good thing. Lamau, yeah, Hasan watchers are definitely normal, everyday people in the real world. This Regard needs a reality check. He would be shocked what people think about that shit he believes. Is this the same guy? And we got Hasan in an alternate universe. Hasan when he inevitably marries Froggen. This is gonna be him. This is gonna be him. Moving on to Hasan talking.
Looks like Hasan and frickin' Froggen did like the fusion dance.
Froggen. This is gonna be him. This is gonna be him.
You need some of the frickin' earrings.
Moving on to Hasan talking about Japan. So context, a YouTuber made a video talking about Japan and it changing. Apparently wasn't entirely honest, and Chris Broad called her out for lying or misrepresenting the truth. Now Hasan weighs in. Hasan's political commentary about white people in Japan.
Japan's biggest nightlife district, with a reputation for being dirty and gritty, filming bin bags, litter, and homeless people. In the short-form content, the same videos show the litter being intercut at times with foreign tourists, who are queuing unremarkably to take a photo of the Toho Godzilla statue. Although the angle of the statue...
Bro, what is with white people? They have to, wherever they go, they have to do Oliveira style videos, I think. Like, is that just like a epigenetic thing? Like, what the f going on?
Wow. Yeah. Once again, imagine if the word, if any other race was slotted in here, this would be massively called out as racist rhetoric. But
everywhere you go, you got to be like, listen, this place is racist, but not racist enough for my taste, okay? Because like complaining about foreigners in Japan as a foreigner is the most insane thing I can think of. Brother, you're the foreigner. Like, what are you talking about? They're like, hey, these guys are pretty racist, pretty xenophobic, but honestly, they could go harder.
Right. So it's a genetic thing for white people to want things to be more racist. So this guy, instead of doing the simple thing and saying, okay, well, this is wrong. Oh, she lied about this story, etc., etc., he just has to make it about race, right? Buddy is just like his girlfriend, Valkyrae. Oh, the white people, guys. Oh my God, you're just too white. I mean, he literally said it's epigenetic. Dude, how can you be saying that? Also, my God, Schrodinger's Turk back at it again, color changing like a fucking chameleon. This guy cannot.
Oh, is he white again? Oh shit, my bad.
If
he's allowed, then it's allowed. It's allowed then. Yeah, that's totally cool.
Identity crisis, and he just switches every single day to whatever is convenient. One day he's using his white privilege, and the other day he's just completely against white people. Oh my God, they're so racist. Eagle one, target has changed identifier again. No longer white. Switch to infrared and keep on him. Over. The idea that he doesn't know he's white is pretty funny though. Dude said he was born in New Jersey. Stop abusing dogs. Gaia just. Oh my God, this picture is so sad. What the heck? Poor Gaia. From the fridge to the TV. Didn't this goofy goober
Kaya will be free
go to Japan with all his white friends? He's race fluid and switches depending on the situation. Schrodinger's. What? Okay, now you have to admit everybody's a Pegasus fan. Like, come on, guys, we're just everywhere. Now, I want you guys to remember what he said. Foreigners complaining about foreigners in Japan is the dumbest thing ever, right? Here's Hasan on the Trash Taste podcast.
Since I'll say this much. Since the last time I've been in Japan, this is my 3rd time now.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more fucking white people out here.
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like it.
Whoa. I get to say that to a white guy living here. You don't get to say
I
that.
don't like it. Okay.
I feel that when you show up.
Interesting, Hasan. So when you say it, it's completely fine. But when others say it, it's the dumbest thing ever. I mean, it's actually insane how much of a hypocrite this guy is. But he forgot what he said in the past and immediately tried to take the high road. And we got the clips. We always got the clips. Now listen to his justification.
I mean, classic Hasan, like directly defeating his own statements. That's just funny.
Here of why he's tired of white people.
like I say this because like the last 2 times I've been here, like you know, I get stopped every now and then. This time it is literally like Los Angeles. Like if I go out in LA and I'm like doing something in public, it's just like people constantly come up.
Right.
It's crazy. Maybe because we're in Shibuya.
Right. So Hassan is just so popular, guys, that he just cannot take a single step in Japan without 50 people just coming up to him, right? Yeah, I'm not buying that shit, pal. That is a load of baloney, and you know it. You don't have motion in Japan, okay? This guy can't even get more views than a slaptuber making fun of him. It's actually embarrassing. Biggest leftist streamer, political commentator who prides himself in this position gets bodied by a guy making videos for fun. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't PewDiePie like specifically move to Japan so that he, you know, doesn't get stopped by so many people, so he gets less attention as well? There's obviously a bunch of other reasons as well, but that was one of it, that, you know, he's not constantly getting recognized, right? And if you're telling me someone as popular as PewDiePie...
Well, I think it's a bit of a difference of situation too, right? Like when Hassan goes out in public, he makes a spectacle of himself and draws attention to himself. Just recently, the pictures of him, you know, where he had the bulletproof vest on with the big, you know, blue and white press lettering on it. Yeah, that's gonna draw attention to you, of fucking course. So like he does, you know, part of that is also like he draws the attention to himself and then bitches about getting attention. Yeah.
With 100 million subscribers, can go to Japan in order to not get recognized by a bunch of people and actually have peace. Apparently, Hassan.
Yeah, PewDiePie could pull it off, but
he's just like that.
There it is. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad he pulled the clip. This is the exact outfit I was talking about. Yeah, if you walk around like this, people are gonna notice you. Imagine that. You know, they're gonna look at this and be like, "Oh, wow, well, I wonder who the fuck that is," and they'll look twice or 3 times to try and figure out who the fuck you are. So yeah, of course.
You know, he just has that much motion.
As opposed to like PewDiePie, like just, you know, chills with what? Just a freaking, you know, normal dude outfit, some glasses. Of course, man. What are we talking about?
Everybody's a fan. He can't take a single step, actually. Bro was just trying to sound cool in front of his friends there. But what ended up happening is that this guy got banned from their podcast because he's that controversial. Absolutely cooked. Moving on to Hassan talking about his credentials. Hassan shouts out China.
Yes, I did see this. Where now in China, in order to do any kind of political commentary, you have to have one of their accredited college degrees, you know, in order to participate in political commentary. This is just them, you know, further tightening down any means of freedom of speech, or like they don't have freedom of speech there. I'm saying like any means of like political discourse or commentary or anything negative against politicians. This is just another way of them controlling that. This is not the freaking W that people see this as, or for an advocation of college degrees. No, this is just them furthering the gap between the poor people that are being oppressed in their country and the richer people that are controlling the situation. Like that's all this is going to do, is it's going to further the gap between people, the actual people that are suffering and unable to get into advantaged positions to go to college and things like that. So no, this is never a good thing. That, and you know, like the people can have like a lot of Charlie Kirk, for example, didn't have a degree, and yet he was a very capable, you know, political debater of sorts. So
for now, requiring a degree
I think it's just disingenuous.
Right, so we got this tweet. They're saving themselves from unnecessary drama. China now regulates influencers. Only those with university degrees can discuss professional topics.
Actually, my Bilibili career is not over at all. You know, it's ironic because like this actually works in my favor. Like if I was a Chinese national, obviously they don't really do a lot of political commentary, I don't think, on social media. But like even if they were to allow professional political commentary only, I have the proper accreditation for it. I'm one of the very few people on the internet that quite literally does have the proper accreditation for it. I literally went to college for this and got a degree for this specifically, not realizing one day that I would actually use it.
Yeah, I don't think this is as much of the W he thinks it is.
But this is my double major, okay? I double major graduated with poli-sci and comms degrees. So ironically enough, I'm very capable of doing this. So this doesn't harm me at all. And I think it's actually a decent job. This is a decent thing to do. It's probably one of the most like they see it. They see what the fuck's going on all around the world on the internet, and they're like, we want to make sure that we can stamp out misinformation before it becomes a major issue. She's got your degree? No, I graduated with honors, big dog. Actually,
dude, this is what I'm saying. This guy absolutely loves and glazes anything that is not America. Now, from what I understand, this is basically just sort of, you know, restrictions on free speech, right? And Hasan goes, sign me up, you know, and this guy claims to love free speech or whatever. As long as he is the only one who can speak,
yeah, it's
perfect,
very,
right? He doesn't
that's
care
very obvious. Like,
about anything else.
Just from
also,
an outside looking at this,
doesn't realize that this is actually the biggest argument against college, because the fact that Hasan has a degree in political science, right, and is this fucking brain dead, he's like the #1 advertisement against college, because how the hell did they let you pass? I mean, it begs the question, what did you even learn there? Like how to do nonstop propaganda and lie about every news story ever? I mean, even Jellywig got a degree in journalism, right? And he obviously sucks at reporting stories as well when it involves Daddy Hasan there. So, I mean, I feel like in these cases, they're just meaningless, right? Obviously, in a bunch of cases, it can be useful, but yeah, you bragging about your degree is not doing much here. This isn't the endorsement for college he thinks it is. As a biology degree holder, he's not even capable of wiping his own ass. And it was obligatory, ha ha ha. Hasan is proof that political science is a degree that should earn you a job at Starbucks. Moving on to genius scholar XQC telling Hasan to read a book? Oh my god.
Racist as a matter of fact. Okay? And not a single fucking person spoke.
Guys, I don't want to be a nerd. I don't want to be a nerd, okay? But Hasan thinks that diminishing somebody for the color of their skin, if it's white, isn't racism. And then he makes something that is either a religion or somewhere you're born into racism. I feel like Hasan needs to maybe, I don't get me wrong, open up maybe a book. I said it. I'm rude today. I'm gonna say it. I think maybe perhaps it's time to get a book with actual pages, made of paper, and actually read a few lines of that book that would explain the differentiation between religion, ethnicity, race, country of origin, the distinction in between those terms.
Yeah, I mean, you know you're cooked when XQC is telling you to read a book. Absolute cinema. Did I lie when I said that he's the modern day Socrates? I mean, look at him. The knowledge is just radiating. I'm becoming smarter just listening to him, actually, right? I might start eating my toenails. I hear it boosts IQ points by 50, right? But yeah, Hasan, read a book, dumbass. Moving on.
I did not see that stream. He got his whole ass foot up in his... Huh.
To the original hated streamer, Pokimane. She's back. Context, so basically the streamer named Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer SA'd a guy on stream. They like held him down, you know, did a bunch of shit, and she got a 1-day ban for this, right? I can't show this. It is really, really bad, but it's 100% SA. Technically...
Yeah, they basically, the one chick holds this guy, and the other, like, twerks against him.
Way worse than the Emiru Mizgif situation, because it's on video, it is captured, it is indisputable, but the only thing is...
Yeah, I would say that this situation is way, way worse even than the chick that, or the dude that tried to kiss Emiru. I think this is worse. He didn't actually kiss her, whereas this dude actually did, you know, get assault. I don't know. I think this is definitely worse.
It's a guy getting essayed, so therefore nobody cares, right? Anyways, here's Pokey chilling with her, having a blast.
Oh no. Pokimane asked Nina Lynn what her type of man is. Oh god. Any length of time that she's banned for, that is not a permanent ban. The person who is the victim right here says thank you.
It's okay now. Nobody making fun of you ever again, word.
You guys literally saved me. I'm not even joking.
Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy. Why was he a bitch?
So she's saying that it's embarrassing for him that these two girls went up to him and assaulted him.
They get emotional and cry. Stop being a crybaby. You a puss. Okay. So then when they fight...
I cannot wait to see the video of her crying about her career getting destroyed by this.
Nope. She was just unbanned after less than 2 days. And now people have found out she was streaming with Pokimane earlier this month. For context, the assault incident was months back.
I'm sorry. I'm bracing myself because I'm going to have to listen to her voice.
My type is the obeying type. I need obeying. Shut up when you need to. Make sure my business is running good. Your wallet's my wallet. My wallet's my wallet. Yeah, any girl you talk to better be your sister or your mom. Other than that, don't talk to them too much either. Location is always on, and have an air tag in your car without you know.
People have preferences.
Yeah, and then if we do fuck, it's for breeding purposes only.
Oh, she's me. This is a show.
This was months after she assaulted.
This is a show.
Brothers the homies that to check in with me.
Well, I guess ever since she wasn't able to beat her brother, she needs a replacement. Yeah, wait, what?
My little brother, he was like 6. So I beat him until he was like 15 or 13. Child Protective Services came. We had to fly to China to evade the police.
Yeah, the expressions on everybody else's faces
so
there.
Goes and she tweets out some bullshit. Believe victims. Now, let's go and look and see if Pokimane has made a tweet at all about the Nina Lynn. Not a single thing. So she ain't seen it. She ain't said a single fucking thing about this. Meanwhile, she talking about believe victims. You say shit like this, but you don't really believe it. And you use these different social issues as advertising. It is fake as fuck for you to tweet out, but not go out and call out these 2 girls that are doing it. And do you want to know the reason why? I think the reason why is that these girls are afraid to do it because they're afraid they might get canceled. See this shit, it's so fucking annoying, right? It's so absolutely fucking annoying. And I am so glad to see that it is finally Ouroborosing itself. I have been waiting. I used to pray for times like this.
Yeah, that Nina person seems like an absolute psychopath. Just disgusting. Mistreating her brother.
Like, her character is so outlandishly over the top that I struggle to believe that it's genuine. I do. Like, when a character gets this wildly, you know, ridiculous, I definitely, it suspends my my belief for sure.
Committing essay on camera, then afterwards says it's embarrassing for the guy. I mean, just imagine the roles are reversed, right? A guy pinned a girl down and essayed her on stream. 2 guys actually did that, right? And everybody's just watching. I mean, the guys would definitely be on jail since it's captured on camera, completely ostracized from every community. Nina is just a horrible, trashy person who deserves to lose her career completely. And the fact that Twitch just did not take any action. 1-day ban. SA is equal to 1-day ban. I mean, you just can't make this shit up anymore. It's like they have a fucking monkey working there, right? And the amount of people just getting exposed for this heinous type of shit is just not normal, bro. Streamers are not normal people. These are like the worst kinds of people on the planet. Pokimane is becoming the next generation's version of The View. They take calling someone fat more serious than SA. Calling someone fat, 2-week ban. Never call Froggen molecularly expensive, atomically dense, giganormous Rex. Never do that, guys. You'll get a 2-week ban on Twitch.
So we want to avoid calling her cosmically colossal. Yeah, this is a bad term. It could potentially end up with like a 2-week ban. We do want to avoid this. I would probably also avoid neutronically hefty. I'm sorry, there's 1 L there. And that was 2 L's. What else did I? Would I bork? Neutronic. I spelled that right. Does WordPad not know how to spell neutronically? I would also definitely avoid titanically tubby. This is a term that is pretty problematic. It might end you up with a 2-week ban. I also, in our research, apparently, and this is just what I've heard, but behemathian bulk, also problematic term. Yeah, we don't want to use that either. That also kind of, apparently it's problematic. So yeah, as we discover more ways to describe Froggen that are you potentially end up with a 2-week ban, we will add them to the list. Yeah, it's an endeavor that we all need to take part in. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Pokimane only cares about SA if it happens to a woman. She never cared about real victims. This is the thing. She is one of those like fake feminists who's essentially just trying to push her own agenda and essentially try to gain power wherever she can, inserting herself into these communities and pretending to virtue signal and care about shit. Stuff like, oh yeah, we hate rich people while being fucking worth $20 million. It's just crazy. Believe victims that fit in my worldview. Men, nope, cannot be victims. So her ideal relationship is a hostage situation. Charming. She's deeply messed up in the head. She belongs in prison. Imagine unironically watching Pokimane. I'd rather go to work. That is crazy. SA does not matter if it happens to a man. Sad truth in society. The fact that Twitch, did not even recognize this until people started sort of bringing up the clips is just, yeah, that is sad, man. Moving on to streamer Disguised Toes from Offline
This is
TV,
news to me.
talking about how Nina essayed him as well. Resurfaced clip shows Nina Lynn essaying Disguised Toes. How many victims does she have? And I can't play this, obviously, but Disguised Toes gets on a massage table wanting to get massaged or whatever. Nina Lynn randomly takes over and then starts massaging his butt, and he's, clearly uncomfortable. And, there's a bunch of IRL streamers filming him. He obviously doesn't want to, ruin the mood or whatever. Extra Emily is cheering this on because she's a idiot moron. All disgusting people just sort of watching this happen, letting it happen. Crazy. Toast responds, this clip is going around with the recent convo, so I'll address it. I was trying to get a massage from the physical therapist when Nina, an IRL streamer I've never met, pushed aside the therapist, started grabbing at my ass when I was already laid on the table. I felt pressure to go along with it because 3 IRL streamer cameras pointed at my face, also being at a sponsored event. I did not want to escalate the situation. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a guy pushes the physical therapist out of the way, starts grabbing a girl's ass on camera in front of everybody, and you have extra Emily, you're so funny, like, disgusting, just disgusting. Definitely should have said something in the moment and regret not doing so, and honestly a little ashamed of myself for not speaking up, because I know if I ever spoke about it again in the future, people will say, well, you should have stopped it then. Note, I don't agree with the quoted tweet using derogatory term to describe Nina. They basically call her a man. I just blocked it out. I'm so sorry this happened to you. This is uncomfortable and wrong. We got Sidion saying, I'm proud of you for speaking up about your experience and so sorry it happened in the first place. Feelings of shame are so common but not welcome. There's so many factors.
Definitely not surprised.
Like you can't speak up. I'm incredibly proud of you. Sorry, Toast. She's already served her 1-day ban. Thank you. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy. He really loves his favorite streamer is Extra Emily filming this nicely, just laughing. But for real, what a maniac. How hard is it to keep your hands to yourself? These people are disgusting.
No. We need to get Twitch to double down and go for, I mean, this is 2 instances of sexual assault. So clearly 2-day ban. Right? Exactly.
Nothing like that. Literally doing this to a stranger, by the way. Like, even if you knew this person is very weird, but a complete stranger just because they're another streamer. Dan Clancy waiting for his turn, of course. Hello, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy here. Oh, Toast, I wish I was you.
This is not a flattering picture of Dan.
You. My God. Why are you complaining about this? Don't you like girls touching you? What are you, gay, Toast? I, ultimate gooning low, actually love all the egos. Please massage me. Me instead. It should have been me. Anyways, I want streamers to feel comfortable on my platform. I will be banning her immediately. For 1 day, sucker. Just let me know when her day off is, actually. Dan Clancy out. Dan, get the hell out of here, bro. Oh my God, every time. Moving on to Fanfan's response. Fanfan gets emotional talking about the Nina, Lynn, and Zoe Spencer situation.
It is crazy, just the amount of negative shit coming out recently all about Twitch and just their seemingly lack of any real amount of pushback, right? I haven't seen any amount of just trying to corral the situation and paint themselves in any kind of, it seems like a sinking ship with Mr. Clancy at the helm there. I don't know.
I just think it was so awful to watch. And they were saying like he likes it, and they were saying like, oh well, or Nina said, like, responded to Rage, and I forget who, but Nina was like, it's embarrassing for guys to be assaulted. It's embarrassing. He should be embarrassed as a man. And then I saw people like commenting, being like, oh, it's so triggering. People commenting like how is he as a man unable to push 2 girls off of him? Like, he's clearly laughing in the clip. He's not. How the fuck was she supposed to know he was uncomfortable? But they've never, what? Like, this is literally why men don't come out about being assaulted. Like, how are you gonna? He was like repeatedly saying no in the clip as well, and like that is more than a lot of people can do in those situations, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a well-known thing. Men's essays just not taken seriously at all. There's always going to be a bunch of regards in the comments going, well, he probably liked it. He probably liked it, even though he said he was...
Yeah, the freaking gooners that haven't actually seen the touch of a woman in years that are like, but she put her hands on his butt. Why wouldn't he like that? It's like, bruh, that's, you know, just because you're sexually deprived does not mean that other people are too.
Comfortable and didn't like it and thought it was completely weird or whatever. You know, I've seen those stories of like a 30-year-old female teacher like a 15-year-old child in school, and the comments 100% of the time will have a bunch of guys going, I wish it was me, lucky guy, etc., right? And yeah, they're just completely brain dead morons, obviously. And some women as well will not take it seriously. There'll be a bunch of OF bots being like, oh, I would have done the same. Like, just complete degenerates all around. We live in a weird ass society. Moving on to Valkyrae. She has responded to the situation where she was calling QT too white, and she's instantly deleted her response.
You're also the whitest woman I know. You know, you being so white. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Now, Valkyrae responded to the Twitter backlash. There's nothing wrong with having conversations with friends and helping them understand where their privilege comes from in regards to situations they may have not personally experienced that others suffer from. And lots of privilege obviously comes from being white. Never thought I'd be accused for being racist against white people when the clip is clearly out of context. There's no way. This is literally the Hassan Piker playbook. It's out of context. You gotta watch my 700 streams. Anyways, filming Wine About It pod right now with QT, my white friend that I love very much, lol. Stream resumes tomorrow. Now, what I find interesting is I can't find this tweet. It's been deleted already. So, interesting. It's like you can't stand by anything you're saying. So, like, what's the point of even saying it? Except it wasn't a conversation with her friend and she didn't help her understand anything. She virtue signaled, saying what she knew her audience would like by throwing her friend under the bus on stream, not saying this in private. Difference between performance and opinion. Helping them understand where their privilege comes from. What in the actual frick it sounds so bad? Hey, Whitey, let me tell you why you're wrong. They always have the most condescending, annoying ass language, treating you like an actual animal who doesn't understand anything. It's so freaking annoying. This statement is more racist than the previous one. This, I assume, is why she actually deleted it. She got more backlash.
It actually is too. That's great.
Her friend to the wolves to pass a Twitch purity test, then doubled down and grouped all white people together to lecture us how privileged we are, as she has more privilege than 99% of white people on Earth. Racism from the ivory tower. What a piece of shit. Yup, pretty much, dude. My opinion of Valkyrae has dropped so far. This is what happens when you get involved with Hassan, bro. I've been warning everybody. Nobody listens. My God. Right, so there's also this quote. Valkyrae defends QT against fake ally allegations by saying that she has gay friends.
She is not a fake ally. Do not say that. Do not say that. Her co-host is gay. Hello? She has gay friends. Okay? I think that she's being... The way she spoke about it was poor. I deleted my tweet because it reached real Nazis, real sexist people, real transphobic people, real hatred people. It almost gave them like a something to huddle up to. I've never...
Huh. Imagine that. I wonder why that happened. Can you not like really like how do you what? Like, how do you acknowledge all of these things and not like systemically step back and like, well, mayhaps my, approach to the situation or my rhetoric in this situation is, misinformed or maybe I'm taking the wrong approach, right? If what I'm preaching is bringing in, Nazis and freaking hateful people, right? Let me think about that.
Once declined my privilege. I think anyone that knows me and anyone that's watched me knows that I always talk about my own privilege. I always do. I always do. People were calling me the N-word. That's how crazy it got. I'm also white. I'm a white person. I'm half German.
Yeah, that's why it sounded so stupid, because you were trying to pretend you're not a white person and you're saying this from like a third party or whatever. Also, I love the defense of like, she has gay friends. Like, aren't you the people who specifically say that's not a defense? You can't just say you're not racist. You have black friends, right? That is literally them doing that all the time. Now, again, I was actually on QT's side in that situation, despite not even liking her, right? I don't think she should disown her dad for being...
Yeah, the normal person perspective thing. So she basically said, like, her dad is transphobic, as he shares transphobic views, and that she tries to work towards amending those views or helping fix his, his perspective, and that she refuses to excommunicate him completely from her life because she wants to stay around and continue helping him. Which is about the most fucking generic normie opinion ever. But of course her audience canceled her for it.
Like a boomer, or saying something that she thought was transphobic, or that she should not hang out with the phase guys for making a joke where they were like...
I tweeted about this. This is such a funny little clip. I can't believe people got so mad about this. They should triple down and do like I don't know, girls' nights, Sunday streams every week now or something.
acting like girls, and that's apparently homophobic when it's just not. It's just a funny joke or whatever. I think that entire situation is just really, really dumb. And she's obviously playing victim, going like, people are calling me the N-word, guys. I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe you're complaining about that when there's a genocide going on. My God, Valkyrae. I can't believe you're complaining about that when there's a genocide going on. My God, Valkyrae. Check your.
I love that even her chat is telling her. You realize that deleting this just validates what they're saying, right?
Also, just that response is so dumb. I always say how privileged I am, guys. I always, like, really? That just makes you an annoying piece of shit, honestly. Yes, it's good to acknowledge that you're in a privileged position every now and then, but constantly bringing it up and sort of making it your identity is just really stupid, and constantly, like, walking on eggshells being like, I have to police everything I say, every word I say because I'm white, or I'm a particular race, or I'm this type of person. It's just annoying. It's just annoying.
Oh, what it is, it's really just because of people that are rich and they're virtue signaling from ivory towers about the poor. Like, that's really the the recurring theme here. You really just shouldn't be trying to characterize your ambitions and movements towards an audience base that you very clearly don't belong to, and you have a very disassociative relationship.
Regular person, stop being an NPC. Right, so Ethan responded to the situation just cooking everyone. He can't believe QT folded a TikTok.
No, you're supporting it? I'm not. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. I'm not. I don't support it.
Okay.
At the end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
I'll tell you, if I ever caught my dad being homophobic, I would kill him.
I would slit his fucking throat.
It's the only
Absolutely.
appropriate response.
If I ever caught my hamster being homophobic.
I cannot have people on TikTok mad at me. I will kill my own father if he says one gay joke. That's it. I'm on your guys' side. Trust me.
Yeah.
And then I'll kill myself. Okay.
This is the leftist champion right here. He's saying all the right things. He's saying all the right things. He's gonna off his own dad. Yep. There you go.
Double murder,
even
suicide.
coming in contact.
I can't live with the shame.
Bro, Ethan is
It's
actually
a double
funny.
murder
No,
suicide.
I mean, he's completely right. It's ridiculous. This just crazy level of purity testing where they want you to, like, report your own dad for, I don't know, making a gay joke. Send him to prison ASAP. I disown him. Never talk to him again. He made a gay joke, guys. No, this is so bad. This is unacceptable. Like, come on. They come from a different time, a different era of the world, right? It's gonna be hard to adapt or whatever, and they're allowed to have their own views as well. So you thinking you're this moral beacon of goodness when you associate with some of the worst people on the planet, I mean, I just can't get over that. Then he calls out Valkyrae.
Like, okay, girl, cool. By the way, I noticed Valkyrae has a bunch of swords on her wall too. Any of them have swastikas on the hilt? Just asking.
No, that'll be her anniversary gift.
That would be her what?
Anniversary gift.
Sweetheart, I want you to have this dagger with a swastika on the hilt.
That's a swastika.
She's like, oh, this is the Indian peace sign. He's like, no, this is from Nazi Germany.
Bro, he's on a roll. Now, can you imagine the Hassan Valkyrae anniversary? Honey, can you buy me a new shot collar? This one only goes up to 1 million volts. You know, Kaya doesn't even feel it. Oh my God. I need something that zaps the living shit out of her. I need something that burns her to a crisp. And then Valkyrae responds, did you just ask me to buy a shot collar when there's a genocide going on? I can't believe you've done this. Hassan responds, I'm sorry, Queen. I will be donating $1 real quick.
How can they even celebrate an anniversary when there's a genocide going on?
The past to do anything. In fact, let us both save millions of dollars. I'll just get my community to fundraise, right? Let these brokies donate instead of me, right? We are just perfect. We are the perfect couple. I love you, Valkyrae. Nice. Taylor Lorenz watching from the window. It should have been me. Like, oh my God. Right, so then he calls out Ludwig.
I got close-up pictures of the shot collar on my mother's life.
Oh, shit.
What's with Ludwig swearing on his mom's life? I've noticed he does that. Like, bro,
it's a common thing, but
I've always like so yeah, this is like a verbal, like a manner or a tick or whatever that I've just never gotten behind using. Like, wow, that sounds awful, right? Why you gotta put somebody else's life to, you know, on accrediting your words? Like, what'd your mom do? What's she got to do with this? Why is her, you know, why is her life on the line, bro? It's just weird. that, like, this is also kind of inferring that what his chat knows his mom to be able to verify the legitimacy of this.
I would never swear on my mom or anybody. I would never swear on anybody's life. I don't play like that.
Yeah, it doesn't make. I don't either. It seems weird.
It doesn't even mean to swear on someone's life.
Right? Like, yeah, it's like I'm not even agreed. I'm not even a superstitious person, but I still wouldn't. I don't word it like that. It's just weird.
What the fuck does that mean?
I just think it's disrespectful.
What does it mean?
True.
Strike them dead if you're wrong.
Yeah.
Lying.
Swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On them? Swear
Strike
on
them dead if you're lying. And now he's like, I swear on my mama's life, it's not a shot caller. She's dead no matter how you cut it. You just condemned her to hell. Nice job, Ludwig.
Yeah, so swearing on your mother's life means that your mom will be killed if you're lying.
Yeah.
That's really intense, man.
That's what I'm saying. I would never do it. People go, swear on your children's life. I'd be like, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not even gonna joke about that.
Yeah, it's like what I'm saying is true, but I'm still not gonna say that. It's just weird, and I don't like saying that shit.
I would never.
No, Bro, honestly, rip Ludwig's mom. Poor soul has to deal with her idiot son, insistent on gambling her life away, right? I swear, Ludwig swearing on his mom just means nothing now. It's like me calling something diabolical. Okay, you know I'm just gonna say that because I like saying that, right? Maybe start swearing.
Didn't Nux start that? Isn't that Nux's word? Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought Nux like coined diabolical. Huh. I'll have to ask.
On something you value more, like maybe your view.
Not like coined the word, but as far as like popularized using it a lot, I thought that I got that word from Nuxanor. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I swear on my view count. That's gonna be like they're gonna take that real seriously, right? Because they're fucking streamers. Probably more valuable than a mom, I'd say. Alrighty, guys, I'm not threatening you to click on a video today. Instead, quick birthday message, right? So if you just subscribed or if you've been here for years, I appreciate you. Okay, so thanks to you guys, I basically get to live the best life of ever. Got the best job in the world, and I pretty much cannot think of anything else I'd rather do. You know, once upon a time, I was dreaming of being a YouTuber, and every single day I would wake up and sleep, and that would be the only thing in my mind. I would dream about it all the time, and it's reality now. And
yeah,
I'm just so lucky for that. And I do honestly consider you guys my friends. It might be a little cheesy or whatever, but the fact is we joke and laugh together and are pretty much there for each other daily, right? So that makes me feel less lonely. I don't know about you guys, but hopefully I can one day repay what you guys have given me, right? Because you've pretty much completely changed my life. I'm happy and healthy and becoming everything I ever wanted. So yeah, love you guys. Thanks for everything. Sorry for the sappiness. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, geez, all the gush at the end here. Freaking nerd. Nah, but for real, it's a great video. We always watch the Pegasus stuff. Always recommend. Highly recommend if you haven't subbed and checked out his channel to do so. He usually covers, you know, whatever the popular political stuff is going on. Puts out a video a day. The nice thing about his channel though is if you don't, you know, if you miss a couple of videos, you'll probably get a recap if you jump back in. Because he does do a lot of the same topics, which is kind of a meme that people make fun of him with. But yeah, you gotta, you know, it's also that there's always extra and more stuff coming out, more content to talk about. So, you know, when it works, you keep fucking doing it.